Hello guys, and welcome to another video. On this week's video, you will be packing with me as I get ready for my next trip. I will be leaving for Boston in about 3 days, so I'm trying to get an early start on my packing and get it out of the way so I don't have to worry about it during the week. So as you saw, I grabbed my suitcase. I have the away suitcase. This is the bigger carry-on one, so they have two sizes for their carry-ons that can fit in the overhead compartments. They have a normal carry-on and then a bigger carry-on, and I went with the bigger one, and it fits totally fine up at the top. I've had no problems with that if any of you guys are wondering, but I love this brand. I bring this suitcase with me everywhere because I've been hearing a lot of suitcases getting lost when putting them below the aircraft, so this is the perfect one and it fits a lot of stuff. It's my go-to, and I love the brand Away because you can see that there's a hard shell covering and it's very durable. It also has a lock on the top as well. Yeah, I highly recommend it if you guys want to check them out. So for this portion of the video, I will be sharing with you what I'm packing. I've been to Boston before, but the first time was during the summer, so it was nice and warm. But now it's October and I'm visiting my cousin, and she said to dress warm, which concerns me because I am a little California girl who has not spent a lot of time on the East Coast, especially during the colder weather. So this should be interesting. So come along with me on this journey of trying to find warm clothes so I don't freeze my butt off. Before we get into packing the clothes, I'm going to show you what I'm bringing on my carry-on and my little purse that I usually bring on my travels and a few other things. So let's jump right into it. This is my little bag. It's not too big, not too small, and carries the perfect amount of stuff and fits great underneath the seat. In the main compartment here, I have a reusable water bottle. I always like to carry one of these when I travel. It'll help me from not buying a water at the airport. Quick little tip to remember is if you're bringing these and you're flying, make sure they're empty when you're going through security, or else they will have you empty them. So I always just carry an empty one and then fill it once I get through security. And then Polaroids are obviously always good to capture random memories as well, so I'll be bringing this in my carry-on. Also, I made a quick run over to Target, grabbed a few snacks that I'll be carrying in my carry-on as well, so I'll just show you those real quick. I like to carry little chewy bars. These are good if you ever, need a quick snack. I like bringing my own snacks so that I'm not tempted to actually buy anything at the airport that is way overpriced. Then also I have goldfish, and I also like to bring gum because I like to have something to chew on the plane. It helps my anxiety go down. And that's pretty much it for the little snacks that I'm bringing. Lastly, this is my little travel purse that I like to bring. It's the little Lululemon fanny pack. It's perfect because it's small, but also fits a lot. So in here I just have my keys, I have my wallet. I also have been taking a lot of film photos with this little disposable camera, so I'll be bringing that as well. I also always bring my AirPods so I have something to listen to music on the plane. And then I have a chapstick and hand sanitizer, a mask, and that's pretty much it. Alright, so now we're going to move on to actual packing and see if I can get all this in my suitcase. So this is my suitcase. Again, it has a nice big compartment over here, and then you can fit, smaller things here. And then it has a zipper on this side. Let's start packing. Alright, as I was in the middle of packing up my suitcase, I was cutting the tags off my new puffer jacket, and I saw this little tiny card inside the back pocket. It looks like this. It just says the name of the company, Half Days, and then on the back it says this puffer turns into a travel pillow, and it gives instructions on how to do that. And so I thought I would try it for you guys right now and see how to do it. So there's a big pouch on the back of the jacket right here. And so the first step, it says turn my back pocket inside out. So I'll open the back pocket, and then, oh, there's a little sleeve right here. And then it says fold me up or just stuff like a manic. I'm gonna do the stuff like a manic. So I'm guessing you just go from the inside here and just still stuffing. Oh my gosh, I think it's working. Okay, so I stuffed it in there, and then I guess you just zip. Oh wow, that's so cool. Look at, now it's like a little travel pillow, and you can hook it onto your backpack here. It also has a little slip you can put onto the back of your suitcase. Wow, that's so cool. I'm definitely gonna do that because my suitcase is already overpacked and I don't have enough room. So I'll just stick this on my carry-on bag. But how cool is that? So I made it back from my trip. I had a really good time going out to Boston and visiting Elaine and being able to see the Ducks play the Bruins. I was never really close with any of my cousins growing up because I was one of the youngest ones, so building relationships was a little bit more difficult. So I'm really excited to build up my relationship again with Elaine and her family and be able to make more memories and go out and visit her in the years to come. Life out there on the East Coast is just very much different than what I experienced out in California. Life's much slower. There's more open land, the weather's obviously different, and so it's really cool to be able to have family out there and go visit them and experience a little bit of both. So I'm excited to go out more to the East Coast and spend some time with Elaine and Demi, her daughter, and Derek, her husband. So before I clock off, I just wanted to show you a few things that I picked up from my trip. We went into the Boston Bruins merch store when we got in because Elaine wanted to grab some merch for her and her husband. Looking around, obviously I didn't think I was going to find anything in there, but I was able to find the one item that did not have Boston Bruins logos on it, and it's this hat. This is an NHL hat with the old NHL logo where it was actually in orange, which I think is cool because it kind of fits in that the Ducks are the same type of orange as well. And then on the side it has a little bit of embroidery. It says the original 6 because the Boston Bruins is one of the original 6 teams. And then you look on the inside and it says original 6 up at the top and then has a little logo of all the original 6 teams. So you have the Toronto Maple Leafs, the Boston Bruins, the Detroit Red Wings, the Chicago Blackhawks, the Montreal Canadiens, and the New York Rangers. So those are the original 6 teams. So I thought this was a cool hat because obviously I love hockey in general and I've never seen anything like this, so I wanted to pick it up. I think I've mentioned this before, but my goal in my entire lifetime is to see the Anaheim Ducks play in every single stadium throughout my whole life. It's just a little goal that I made for myself. So I'll show you kind of how I like to commemorate those experiences. So I have this little corkboard that I bought, and for every single game I like to take a Polaroid with whoever I'm with, and then as you can see closer I like to put the date of when I saw the teams and then the score of the game. And I also like to grab little pins of either the stadium I went to or the state that I went to, just to help commemorate and remember kind of where I've been. So I'm just going to go through these really quick. So this first one is the first game I ever went to with my friend Sierra. We went to Vancouver to see the Vancouver Canucks versus Ducks. So I wrote the date. That one was back in February of 2020. They won 5-1. Each game has a different memory that really stuck out. So for this one, they were retiring the 2 Sectiion brothers that played for Canucks. They were doing their retirement ceremony, so that was really cool to see. So the next game we went to was in Arizona versus the Arizona Coyotes. Me and my best friend Shelby went to this game, and we ended up winning 5-0. This one had a fun memory because we were able to see Trevor Zegras do the wraparound goal around Sonny Milano right in front of us, and a not so fun memory of seeing Troy Terry get punched multiple times by Jay Beagle. But that was a really fun and memorable trip, and thankfully they won. And then over here, this game, me and one of my other best friends, Marissa, went to Texas to go see the Ducks play the Dallas Stars. That was also in April, a few weeks later after my Arizona trip. We ended up losing 2-4. But for this game, it was really fun because we got to see them use an e-bug. If you don't know what that means, it's the emergency backup goalie. Okay, from what I can understand of what an e-bug does, every team has a backup goalie. And if you're playing at home, your backup goalie can either play for the home team and or the opposing team. So he's pretty neutral. Obviously he can't, not let pucks in or let pucks in due to what team he plays for. He's just a neutral backup goalie that they use if for some reason both goalies on each side end up getting hurt. Then they use that. So it rarely happens. It happens maybe once a year in the whole entire NHL league, but we were able to see that guy, I forget his name, play. We ended up getting scored on a few times, but it was really cool to see them use an e-bug and see this guy get his NHL debut. This guy just has a regular job. He said he sells life insurance, so he just kind of does this on the side, but it was really cool to see an e-bug in action. And then the last game was the most recent one. This one was the Boston Bruins game with my cousin Elaine. They ended up losing 1-2, but it was a really memorable game. So that's just something I like to make when I go travel. I don't think I'm going to be doing any more traveling this year, sadly, but I have a few trips planned for next year, which I'm excited about, and my best friend Shelby is coming home from her European getaway in about a month, so I'm excited to see her and do some traveling with her as well. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thanks again for watching. Subscribe if you like to see more content like this, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!